conduct air defense drills. Welcome back. The details. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi directed the academic studies in new universities to be focused on modern sciences and advanced scientific disciplines that qualify graduates for the requirements of the local market, taking into consideration the current development process Egypt is witnessing in all domains. This came during the President's meeting with Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, Minister of Higher Education Dr. Khaled Abdel Ghaffar, Minister of Finance Dr. Mohammed Ma'it, Presidential Advisor for Strategic Projects Engineer Sharif Ismail, General Ihab al-Far, the head of the Armed Forces Engineering Authority, the Governor of the Egyptian Central Bank Tariq Amer, and a number of other high-ranking officials. Presidential spokesperson Ambassador Bassam Radi said the meeting dealt with the national projects of the Ministry of Higher Education, namely the new public, private and technological universities, as well as research centers and institutes. Abdel Ghaffar reviewed the latest developments in constructing several new universities across the country, explaining the geographic methodology and the academic programs to be taught in these educational institutes and how they are closely connected to the local, regional and international labor markets. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi sent messages to Arab leaders expressing Cairo's intention to renominate Ahmed Abul-Ghait as Secretary General of the Arab League for a second term. Presidential spokesperson Ambassador Bassam Radi said on Saturday that President el-Sisi hopes the Arab leaders will support the nomination in accordance with the provisions of the League Charter. Radi added that the renomination of Abul-Ghait comes within the framework of the great interest that Egypt attaches to the work of the Pan-Arab body. The spokesperson also said the president is keen to provide all possible support to the Arab League, which embraces the Arabs and embodies their aspirations in collective work, aiming to serve the Arab peoples and their high interests. Abul-Ghait was nominated by Egypt for the position in 2016, succeeding the former Egyptian Secretary General Nabil al-Arabi. Units from the Egyptian and French armies conducted on Saturday joint air drills with the participation of multitasking fighter aircrafts of different types in the frame of the Army joint training plans with brotherly and friendly nations. The drills will resume for several days as participant fighters are strictly abiding by all precautionary and preventive measures of the COVID-19. The first phase of the drills includes a number of lectures and exchanging expertise, as well as executing several raids to boost the capabilities of both sides and to reach the highest performance level, as well as managing joint missions using the most modern weapons under different circumstances. The French forces hailed the warm reception and the perfect organization of the exercises by the Egyptian side. Within the framework of the state's efforts to counter the COVID-19 second wave, the armed forces continued on Saturday to centralize and disinfect main service facilities and areas most frequently visited by a large number of citizens. The process included a number of bus stations which usually see daily crowds. The armed forces are keen to use the state-of-the-art centralizing techniques to apply the centralization and disinfection procedures efficiently. To the global news of COVID-19, members of the World Health Organization team investigating the origins of the COVID-19 pandemic